Hi, my name is Anne Marie Regis, and welcome to my website. My website is geared towards middle-aged male farmers with at least a high school education, but likely more, as it is hard to get approval for this visa. Most likely they would live in a small town because they must provide that they are unable to find American workers to fill the positions. People interested in getting approval for H2A visas generally take pride in that they found a legal way to bring people into the country. They typically shut down when someone refers to their workers as illegal immigrants, as they are there legally. To catch my audience's attention, just bring up the topic of immigration. My audience would tend to trust other people who understand how the visa works, as most people do not understand it fully. Let's take a look at my website. When you first come to my website, you'll notice it's pretty simple. Not too many colors, not too many fonts. That's because the people who are coming to my website are middle-aged men who typically don't care for all that frou-frou stuff. Next, you will notice this is where my blog posts show up. I have this on my homepage because this is what's going to change. This is what's going to keep people coming back to my website. Let's go to information. This is where I give you a really brief rundown of just what the H2A visa is. I picked this picture out because I think the colors look nice. The green kind of goes with the green I have going on over here. And the colors they're wearing are fairly neutral. Let's go under about Agriculture Weekly. This is the brand, Agriculture Weekly is the brand I've been working on all semester. This is where I introduce myself and my background in agriculture. This is also where I give my opinion. This is where I'm standing out. Farmers' responsibilities. This I thought warranted its own page because I think that the farmers' responsibilities are just overwhelming and unnecessary. This is where I bullet pointed them because I wanted you to see just how much the farmers have to do. I also have United States responsibilities because the H2A visa holds a lot of people accountable, including the government. What can I do? This is where I put my call to action. This is the same phone number on my infographic and everything else. This is my biggest call to action. You need to call your congressman today to let them know that you do not support these wages before the Farm Bill passes. Next, let's go look at my media. We'll start with the infographic. First thing you'll notice about my infographic is that it's green. Green is the color of money, and money is what I take most issue with the H2A program. Everything on here has to do with money just about. You got why is it important, you got the question mark, you got your money sign, you got a finger pointing at you. What can you do? This is what you can do. Pre-employment, you got the calendar because it takes a lot of time to get anyone working for you. Fees, more money, and then employment expenses. Also, the green goes with all the green over here. My informational video comes next. You can see that I did it like a news TV show would. You can see that it's out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I did that because earlier in here, you can see that I went to NC State. Next, we got my podcast. I made 2 of them, a vital part of your food supply. This one is very similar to my blog post. Both of them are. A vital part of your food supply, H2A, complicated, controlled, and costly. Let's take a look at my blog posts because we didn't look at them earlier. So you can see, this is my first blog post. You can come up here. You can look at my next one. Now this one I particularly liked because complicated, controlled, costly. It's CCC. Do you know what else also starts with C? Cash. And again, cash is what I thought was the most wrong with the H2A visa. Follow us. Instagram. you can come over here and it will bring you to my Instagram. You will notice everything here is green, just about. Again, green money. What's not is this. This is a chart. The reason I have this is because when people are going to eventually start following me, because this was my first post, keep in mind, so not many people saw it yet, but you can come back and look, and my middle-aged men are going to want to see some proof. Additionally, look at Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Washington, and California had the most H2A positions in the last year. Take a look at all the locations. You will see Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Washington, and California. Farm labor wanted. So many people, so many farmers even, they know the struggle. It is hard to get good labor. And notice Georgia. North Carolina, tobacco. I'm listing specific crops. And what makes North Carolina so special is, as you saw in my About Agriculture Weekly, you can see that's where I'm from. So, and many of my followers are too, because that's how I'm knowing people. So I put a picture of tobacco because so many North Carolinians understand trying to get tobacco help. Next, I got Washington. Christmas trees are, Washington is one of the top Christmas tree producing states in the country. And who doesn't love Christmas trees? And this last one, notice it's in California. A lot of almonds, California. So I tried to pick pictures that went with each state. Let's go check out my Twitter. At H2A program. Here we can look at my tweets. Got some retweets in there, just support my classmates. Here, I link this directly to my Instagram. You'll notice pictures are the same. I use the same kind of hashtags throughout my Instagram and Twitter. Hashtag agriculture, agricultural, H2A, immigration. Immigration, especially when I was doing this, immigration was a very happening hashtag at that point. Keep looking. Show this thread. This one was a thread because this was a podcast. This one was really good. This is my first one. This was where I said my opinion, strong opinion. Farm labor wanted. I picked this one. I really liked this picture because it was black and white. It was pretty simple, which again, I'm going for middle-aged men, so I'm going for simple. So there's my Twitter. And here's my works cited. Now, let's go to my oh, look! There's a search bar. Look I knew I had read something about a vital part of your food supply. So let's say I had read this a while ago and I couldn't remember where it was. Got a little search form here. Latest post. Again, I think the blog post needs to be front and center. Just like when you come to my website, front and center, because that's what's going to be changing. That's what my updates are. And I have my informational video down here. I think videos are very easy to read, very easy to watch. There's not much to a video. It's really easy. Anyone can just hit play.
Hi, welcome back to.
So there's my website. Some media strategies you may know are I use the same hashtags in both my Twitter and Instagram, so they correspond, so they're linked. Another thing that is linked is Agricultural Weekly. That is my website name. That is my podcasts are all about Agricultural Weekly. My video, I made it look like a news channel, so this would be like my show for Agricultural Weekly.
Hi, welcome back to Agriculture.
You may also note that I used green a lot in my website. Like my infographic is straight up green. This is all green over here. To match money, even the grass up here or the crops up here, excuse me, are green for money. My podcast correspond with, my blog. Podcast, vital part of your food supply, vital part of your food supply. My podcast and my blog just kind of cover different parts of the topics. A company that could use my website would be something like Farm Press or other news companies. For example, look at this article, New Push to Replace Broken H2A Farm Labor Program. This article is about, they use the word broken, H2A Visa. They could use my website at the bottom or even at the top and say, read more about why the H2A Visa is broken. They could come to my website and see updates on what's going on. They could look at exactly what they can do to make a difference. So this is my website. I hope you liked it. Thank you.